You watching Royal Nation TV.
It's B Smile and your girl comedian Shannon, and you're watching Royal Nation TV.
Look, yeah, Mike Fresh checking in this bitch. I'm talking about you tuned in to Royal Nation TV. You understand me?
I ain't playing with you. Yeah, what's up, you big dog? Listen in the building. Salute to the real man. Right. Royal Nation TV, baby. Royal Nation in the building.
I'm dropping fuck everybody for life and after. The looks coming, the album coming in.
Yo, what it is, it's your man MC Major right now. You're watching Royal Nation TV.
You're watching Royal Nation TV.
Z Webber NCC. Right now you're tuned in to Royal Nation TV. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, what's happening? It's your boy Stunner Bam, and you watching Royal Nation TV.
You're watching Royal Nation TV. You are now watching Royal Nation TV. Royal Nation TV.
No, it ain't gonna be. Check it out.
You are the Royal Nation King. Ooh. So you ought to hold it down for Royal Nation. Go ahead.
Okay, check it out.
Royal Nation. My bad. TV. Everybody be fucking with Royal Nation TV. You heard me?
Yo, what's happening? It's your boy Derek Money Brown, and you're watching Royal Nation TV.
What up, world? It's King Duar, aka the Melanated King, and I got a special guest right here with me, Money B, Money Brown, the owner of 32 Degreez. What's up with you, Money B?
Man, I'm coolin', man, as always, bro. What's happening with you?
So, Money, man, I got a question for you, man. So,
talk to me.
So you originated from New Orleans, right?
Born and raised.
All right, man, and then you decided. Can you give the people the story about what made you want to become an entrepreneur? What made you want to own your own barbershop?
Man, what it is, man. See, I went to school for radiology because you know I was taught the follow the American way. All right, which is go to school, get a good job, get an education, get a job, retire, and bam, you living, right? Well, I decided to go a whole nother route because in my mind I always wanted more. You feel me? So what I decided to do is I said, okay, I've been cutting hair since I was young. I started cutting hair. I started cutting my own hair. Like every barber did, pretty much. Started cutting my own hair, started cutting my partner's hair around the crib and all that, right? So I said, you know what? Man, I'm making a nice little bit of change. So I decided to go to barber college. So I went to barber college, got my license and all that, right? So I said, okay, I'm working in the shop. And as I'm working in the shop, I'm looking around and I was talking to, and shout out to Hypnotized Barbershop, man. That's my partner, that's my close partner, Marlon, who paved the way for a lot of us barbers out there.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna keep it moving. So I'm looking around, I'm talking to him, and he like, okay, man, look, you can get your own shop. So what I did was I started calculating stuff, right?
Okay.
I said, okay, I go to school to be a radiologist. How much a radiologist make? I did that calculation. Then I said, okay. I said, how successful would I be if I have this many barbers and have my own shop with me and that cutting as well? So that was the stardom of me generating the mindset of an entrepreneur.
Okay.
So you can see how this coming along.
Exactly.
So as I'm calculating, I'm putting everything together. I said, okay, and I'm working for myself. I said, come on, man, that's a win-win. So then I started seeking, I started looking, I started asking a whole bunch of questions, talking to my boy Marlon, shout out to him again. And Marlon gave me the game along with his dad, gave me the game. So then I said, okay, let me make it happen. So I saved me up some money while I was in the shop working, and I found me a spot. I went out on a limb. Cause you know, like a lot of people, man, scared to make that first move. If you notice that, cause see, you a businessman too.
Exactly.
And you know how this go. So a lot of people are scared to step out.
And it takes a lot. It takes a lot. It's just like with what's the saying that they have? With great risk has a great reward.
Hey man, high risk, high reward.
High risk, high reward, and then you have leap of faith, right?
Absolutely. But now they're in their business hoping to recoup or hoping to succeed within the first year or two, and not have to go back in their own capital or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like, so my point is this.
Okay.
When I opened this shop, I had at least about 6 months of rent just in case no one was in the shop, is my point. So you have to have capital to sustain your business for at least 6 months, if not 8 months, if not a year. And then, before you can actually start making profit. But you have to be rocking and rolling. You have to be moving. You have to be out here going. If you want to open a barbershop, you have to be out here recruiting barbers, talking to barbers, putting it out there for at least about before you open your shop. First of all,
Gotcha. That's true.
you have to do that. First of all, you have to let people know that your shop is coming. Then also, you have to have the capital to sustain just in case no one's there. Now, with the grace of God, by the grace of God, I was able to open my shop with 5 barbers. So I pretty much was in the profit and when I opened. You see what I'm saying? So not everybody is like that. So that's the reason why they open and they close.
Hey, buddy, what's the craziest independent contractor, something the craziest they done like that you seen that came and worked in your establishment as an independent contractor? What's the craziest shit you done seen happen, man?
Man, bro, it's so much. I wish my cousin was here, man, so we could talk about this part here. But, man, it's so much, man. It's so much, bro. I can't, right now, I'm trying to think. Okay, give you an example.
Okay.
I'm a type of guy that, I'm the type of business owner that will give you a chance. So I gave this guy a chance, right? I don't want to say his name. But
no, don't say his name.
Some of my barbers,
they gonna know. They gonna chuckle and laugh about it, right?
Yeah. They gonna know about it. So this guy, I hired him, right? So he's here, and come to find out, the guy was a drug head. I didn't know that at first because when I talked to him, he came to me. He was sounding, you know what I'm saying, like he's sounding professional when he was talking, and I just say, you know what? Let me just get this guy a try, right? So the guy comes in, and he start working. First of all, the pictures that he showed me some pictures of some haircuts. Come to find out that wasn't his cuts. All right? That's one. Secondly, he was cutting some guy's hair, and I noticed that he was kind of frying them, is what we call it in the barber world. He was frying his clients. So I'm like, man, what is he doing, right? So I said, okay, let me just try to teach him. So then I went into teach mode. So then I'm like, okay, this guy don't seem right. Then so they had a young lady walked in. That was a young girl. So he flirted with the young girl. And I told him, I said, bro, I'm gonna just tell you some stuff. It's not really crazy.
He was a pedophile?
I'm gonna just tell you some stuff that happened with this guy that was really, really weird. So he flirted with the girl. And I told him, I said, bro, you know that girl like 16, 15, right? He was like, oh, money, like, she got hair on it, so I got.
Hey,
you know
look,
what I'm saying?
if she can walk across the street, if she old enough to walk across the street, she old enough to get hit.
Say, bro, and in so many words, that's what he was saying.
That's his thought, right? Yeah.
So red flag went up, and I told him, I said, bro, we don't rock like that around here, man. We don't rock like that. So, okay, that incident happened.
Okay.
Another incident, I come in one day, the boy sitting outside. And I'm like, okay, bro, you know, like, what's happening? Come to find out, the boy was homeless. So I'm like, God dang. So then I let him in, talked to him for a little while. The boy was cutting hair and falling asleep while he cutting. I said, oh, man, what's wrong with this cat? So he messed this lady up one day, right? The lady had a haircut, and, bro, he lined this lady up, bro. You should have seen how crazy this lady went, bro. And that was my last straw, man. You know, I put him out, you know, and that was it. He had to go. So that's just like something that barbers actually go through. So it's not, you know, it's sad. It's more sad than anything. You know what I'm saying? That's something we have to go through as business owners. Stuff like that. Like, I have a whole bunch of stuff I can tell you, bro, but
yeah,
I don't really want to get into it because I know they probably,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I get it. But
you know, I want to keep it clean. I don't want to have to, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause you know where I'm from, dog. So
And speaking of where you're from, speaking of where you're from New Orleans, Louisiana, right?
Born and raised.
What part of New Orleans?
Ninth Ward.
Take one.
Nah, this take three, nigga.
Hey, they're crazy right here, man.
Take three, man.
Hey, Money B, man.
Yo, we
so
back,
you,
nigga. What's up?
So, what part of New Orleans are you from?
Ninth Ward, man. Born and raised in
So
Ninth Ward.
tell us how it was growing up in the Ninth Ward in New Orleans.
Ninth Ward.
And Ninth Ward is located where in New Orleans? Like,
Ninth Ward is
across the canal or what?
Nah. Ninth Ward is, how can I tell you where Ninth Ward
So you was by Jeans. You grew up by Jeans, right?
No, Jeans is off Elysian Fields.
Okay.
That's
so what?
Inland.
So what street? Okay, explain.
Poland.
Okay,
Poland Avenue.
Okay, all right.
All right. So I was born and raised in the Desire Project.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're a project baby.
Already.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, keep going.
So in Desire Project, right there on Desire Parkway. My grandmother lived on Desire Parkway.
Exactly. I know. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
That was a very rough project to be in. So explain to us about that
Man,
lifestyle.
so I just from my mother, because I was a baby, I was young, and so just living in the project, man, you just understand that you live in the bricks in New Orleans.
Okay.
You know, and I was a kid, and I didn't know. You know that when you're a kid, man, you playing and you're doing stuff, bro. You don't recognize your surroundings. You don't know that you're in danger. You don't know because you're a kid. You don't know yet, unless your parents train you and teach you about that. But you don't know as a kid. You see what I'm saying? So you just playing. Man, I remember they used to have they used to unhook do the fire hydrant. They unscrew that boy and had the water just so all the kids would be playing in the water.
Like in New York or something like that. Yeah,
You
but
know
I bet every ghetto got it, right?
Man, I promise you. So man, they always had this one person that had the biggest wrench, and that's off the record too, y'all. Off the record. But yeah, the biggest wrench. It's always it's off the record there because you say biggest wrench. Notice I did this though. I ain't do this. I did this.
Okay, keep going, money. Keep going.
All right. So they have the biggest wrench, right? So the wrench, you know, they unscrew the fire hydrant and let the water come out. So we out there playing in the water. Ain't know nothing about no danger until we got older. And we was like, whoa, man, I was in the project, Lord have mercy. So anyway, we I was raised on Cluett, which is in the Ninth Ward. Then we moved to.
That sounded like you was raised. That was some kind of bread or cheese, but all right.
What, Cluett?
Yeah, that's what it sounded like, some Cluett
Well,
cheese.
That's a street in New Orleans.
All right, keep going.
So yeah, man. So we moved on Cluett. Then we moved on Poland Avenue. So that's when I was kind of older. Then I was an older kid. I was like let me see, because I went to Livingston anyway. I was older. We used to ride our bikes around Ninth Ward, all that stuff, man.
So how was the violence
crazy.
in Desire Projects at that time?
Well, at that time, like I said, I was a kid. I was young. So according to my parents, the project was.
But do you remember seeing anything, any violence, any dead bodies, shootouts, drugs, prostitution? Do you remember seeing anything like that?
As a kid. Not as a kid.
That's
man.
good. And you were fortunate not to see that.
I was extremely fortunate. Most of the stuff happened uptown, bro.
So when y'all moved, how old were you again when you moved from Desire Projects?
I don't know exactly how old, but I know when we lived in the Ninth Ward, I was under 13 because I moved out the Ninth Ward at about 13.
So how was it living there when you moved?
The Ninth Ward was cool, man. Like I said, man, when you young, you're not amongst all that stuff. And then back in my days, because I'm 47 right now.
Okay, so I was about to ask you about that.
Yeah.
So did you grow up with Mr. Magic of No Limit Records?
I did. I did. And I actually met Mr. Magic by my cousin's house, by Lil Herman. His name Herman.
Before he was a rapper or what?
Actually, he was a rapper then.
Okay.
So I met him by my cousin's house. My cousin had a party by his house in Baton Rouge. So went over there by his crib, and that's when I met Mr. Magic over there because my cousin used to take care of them, used to cut their hair and all that.
Oh, okay, so all this based on how y'all cut people hair, y'all build relationships like that, right?
Of course, man.
Okay.
You already know.
So how was that? How was Mr. Magic?
Mr. Magic was cool, man. He was real cool, man. You know, God bless the dead.
R.I.P. Him and his wife died in a car crash.
Man.
Mississippi, right?
Coming out of Mississippi.
Yeah.
Like Macomb, whatever it is, something like that. Mississippi, something like that. Somewhere out there.
He had a very strong spirit, man. I never met him, but I hear stories about him and stuff like that. He was very, I would say if that was somebody you would like to have on your team as a motivation. Yeah, man,
yes,
he was good to do.
Because look, when I met him, he said, when my cousin introduced us, right, he said, what's that with your shaggy?
And that raspy voice he had, right?
I say, it's Mr. Magic, you know what I'm saying? Like messing with him and all that. But, you know, he's a real cool guy, bro. He was real cool, real chill, man.
Okay.
Like, why is they coming down so hard on David Chappelle? Because he made so much sense. And they trying to push this stuff on kids and all that stuff like that, right? They're trying to push all this LMNOP stuff on them kids. And I don't agree with that. Y'all do what y'all do and be how y'all want to be. But, you know, don't push that on the kids. And see, when a person like David Chappelle that have a massive audience start talking about that, they don't like that because they're pushing it. They are pushing it.
And that is true. They are pushing it.
They're putting it on commercials. You watching TV, all of a sudden, bam! It's like, oh, I know they didn't just do that. No, they didn't. You know what I'm saying? So now a lot of people don't want it. They're not letting the kids watch TV. I don't want to say no other names, but I'm just saying other apps that show children's stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Exactly. I mean, all the TV shows, they have a character or a scene in where they all have same-sex relationships.
Yeah.
So, and it's almost compared to racism and other prejudice or discrimination topics, right?
Right.
But those agendas, those lifestyles shouldn't be pushed onto us. I understand you're trying to educate the people.
Yes.
But you shouldn't, because you have a lot of minds, you have a lot of people that are impressionable.
Right.
You have a lot of people that are easily influenced.
Right.
You know, and I think that's a form of manipulation. That's a form of, like, you can lead people to doing things that they don't really understand about, right?
Right.
So, I mean, that's my point. I'm not going to touch too much on that. But I'm able. No, go for it.
No. When we finish this section, but go ahead. One more thing, though.
But you know, so that's just, you know, how I feel about that. But I have no problem with any organization or any, you know, I have issues and things about different sororities and fraternities and secret organizations, and I mean they all have their misleading ways or different things like that, right? But
absolutely.
I don't judge any of them. I just feel like some people should, like, sometimes use their common sense.
Yeah.
When it comes to those things, because just because you joined the organization don't make you top flight.
I promise you.
Okay, because Jim Jones had everybody drink the juice, and you saw what happened with that, right?
Understood.
So, you know, and I always tell people, you know, that want to listen and open their mind. I don't say open your third eye, or that's BS to me, because
it's really not.
Well, the reason why I say BS, because people, I found this in my black community, and we can always have a debate about this, is that, you know where all that comes from, the Ankh and all that type of stuff, right? Egypt and all that, right? But being that I was born half and half, and I say half and half because my mother's Black American, and my father is African, right?
Ghana, right?
So Ghana. Yeah. So a lot of Black Americans, they don't understand, like, it's different tribes, different prints, different culture.
Right.
But I understand why Black America, because I'm Black American myself, right?
Absolutely.
But I know when you know better, you do better. So I know both worlds. So I understand that, right? So when people were going with the Ankh or the eye or all this, right, that might not even been your real
your area.
Because it was so many. It's so many different tribes and so many different prints and so many. Egypt is not. It's a part of Africa. It is Africa, but that don't make you belong to Egypt. You understand what I'm saying? So, and when and I say that, Money, because I've seen so many different. And this is my common sense, or just me just thinking outside the box. There's so many people believe that, oh, this is where I really belong, or this is what I should believe. There's nothing wrong with you believing whatever you want to believe. You can believe whatever you want to believe, right?
You only believe what you were taught. But go ahead.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother different conversation. So when I say that whole I thing and and all that, what I speak about is just you using your common sense. And if you don't have common sense,
I was just about to say,
just using use what you feel in your heart or your gut.
You need to be educated. You need to educate yourself. You need to seek and find. First of all, we're not gonna make this religious either.
Yeah.
So first of all, you need to seek. You have to seek. You have to seek and want to know where you're from, your heritage, and all that, right?
And question everything.
All right. You have to, right?
Yeah.
You can't think about it. You can't look at your skin and say, oh, I'm black. No, you might be 50 different whatever, right?
Yeah. Or your mentality may be totally different.
You have to educate yourself and dig deeper and read and ask God for the knowledge and the wisdom and the understanding. All right? That's first and foremost. So we were taught a lot as a kid because we didn't come out the womb knowing nothing. No, nothing at all. We were taught everything up until the point where you decide, I want to get educated on where I'm originally from. I want to get educated on that. I'm not just going to believe what I've been told all my life.
Exactly. And I'm not going to do something because I see somebody that looks like me, how they're dressed up and what they're wearing around their neck or what they have on their head, right?
Exactly.
And,
absolutely.
And I just, even when Black, what was that show? That movie, excuse me? Black Panther came out, right?
Yeah.
And I saw everybody go get like all the
chains.
Yeah, the onks and this and that and whatever, right? And all the dashikis and all that.
But those people probably never one time read or studied their heritage, where they come from. And they just seen that and say, oh, I'm Wakandian.
Oh, they probably thought Wakanda was a real thing, right?
That's my point.
But
they probably really thought that. You never know.
Yeah, but it's interesting that in the movie they didn't have nobody with dashikis on in the movie.
Right. But people was going to see the movie with dashikis and stuff on.
Exactly. So
you know what I'm saying?
It
was very good. Yeah, it was very.
The point that we're making is that how our culture in America views what's going on in their head, like view what they see on TV, or they think they should add this to this because this is relatable, right? But in actuality, it's not relatable, right?
Absolutely,
but they won't know that it's not relatable unless they do what you suggested, right? Was seek and read and seek the knowledge and do your research on your wisdom and pray on it, right?
Yes.
But I would have conversations or arguments with people about that, and the only way I can have those conversations is because I'm privileged, because I use the word privileged, not blessed or lucky. I'm gonna say privileged that my father, I'm like first generation.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That, right?
So that make you really, really, really want to seek, because you know you have two different angles you can go to.
Yeah, and then also try to explain to people about
you got the American
that.
way, you got the Ghana way.
Yeah, because remember, if you in the 90s, it was African booty scratcher, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then people thought like, they thought, oh, this is how it looks, or this is how it is. But then I can say, well, nah, I'm actually here. No, it's not like that. And then what you need to understand that the culture and the different elements to this is way different than what you believe.
Yes, sir.
Or what you were taught.
Sir.
And remember what we said, you think how you were taught and how you were brought up, right?
That's right.
Until
key is until you decide to say, you know what? Let me seek. Let me ask God for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Let me go into myself and dig into myself and see what's going on with me. You see what I'm saying? What's in my blood? Let me go back and seek. I don't want you to just tell me, oh, you're a Black American. Oh, you're an African American. No. You can't tell me that. I want to check and see for myself. I want to know.
Exactly.
I have a bunch of whys. I have a million whys.
Oh, they say you had a bunch of wives.
No.
Yeah, okay.
No, indeed.
All right. You got a bunch of wives?
Boy, I got
look.
one beautiful wife, and that's what I was going to talk about, too. We just made 21 years married yesterday.
Olga.
Yeah, man.
Am I saying the name right?
Olga? Yeah.
Olga.
It's not no Olga.
Olga.
You said Olga, like
I said
Shrek
Olga
or something. It's Olga, man. O-L-G-A,
no,
bro.
I said Olga. I didn't say... Hey,
bro, you said Olga. Olga.
You been recorded.
That boy call you Olga.
Hey, Olga, I ain't seen you in a long time. You've always been nice to me. You're always in your beautiful spirit.
Yes.
Happy 21 years dealing with this knucklehead.
You know it.
That's a long time.
She love me too, you heard me?
Yeah, I mean, I've been searching for a wife like that for a long time.
Yeah.
But on that note.
Hold on, real quick. This is real quick. This I want to add to that. Remember when you asked the question, what kept me straight now, right? my wife and my 2 kids, my 2 sons. Also, that's what I wanted to tell you. So I have an older son named Matthew, and I have a younger son named Dylan, which you know. And with me having my wife and my kids in my life, and I have such a wonderful wife, man, like for real. I am not bullshitting, bro. She is a beautiful woman. And
we're not talking about looks. We're talking about her spirit, her character.
We're talking about from top to bottom, from head to toes, to the bottom of her feet, from the top of her head to the bottom of her feet, from the tip of her nose to the tip of her ass.
Well, hold up.
Everything. You get
okay.
it? Your ass stick out far.
All right.
So that's the last thing you'll see, right?
Okay. Well, some
the
people
tip of
ass.
Your nose come out.
Some people ass, but okay.
Right? Yeah, some people got flat asses. You're right. Their back come out more than their ass. But my wife ass stick out more than her back.
Oh, my God.
My wife fine, boy. You tripping.
Oh, my God. Oh, God. I hope you see this.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. So that kept me on the straight and narrow, too, man, because my oldest son, man, he's a wonderful guy. He have 2 kids now.
Oh, congratulations.
So I'm a grandfather.
You are.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, he have 2 kids. And my youngest son, you know, he don't have any kids, thank God. I told him, I said, boy, you better hold yourself now. You got a beautiful girlfriend, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, same way. His girlfriend is beautiful, bro. She love me. That's my girl. That's my homie. That's my bestie. That's what we call each other. What's up, bestie?
BFF, huh?
Yeah, that's my bestie. But anyway, man, that's what kept me on the straight and narrow. You know, just knowing that I have all that, I had to take care of my family. You know what I'm saying? Along with my mother. You know, like I said, she's in a wheelchair. She's handicapped. So, you know, all that kept me on the straight and narrow, bro. I couldn't let them down, bro. I couldn't do it. So, you know, on that note, you know, we can go where you want to go with it. It's on you. You want to keep talking? We can.
On that note,
you there?
We got Money Brown, owner of 32 Degreez.
In the building, baby.
Been an entrepreneur for how many years?
Man, since 2001.
Wow, so 10 years, going on 12 years.
No, that's 21.
I'm sorry, 20 years.
20. So
20 years going on 21.
So look, so check this out though. I was an entrepreneur before because I was a barber.
Well, you was always doing it since you was a kid.
Independent contractor.
Yeah.
So that's entrepreneurship in itself. Each one of my barbers, and I got some wonderful barbers, bro. I have my stylists in the back, Nari. All my barbers and my stylists are wonderful people, bro. Wonderful. My team that I have now, off the chain. Love them.
Wow.
So, you know, all of us are self-employed. They are not my employees. Don't get that twisted. When you own a barbershop, you have independent contractors. They are individual entrepreneurs, each one of them. You see what I'm saying? So, along with me owning the shop as entrepreneurship as well. So I've been in entrepreneurship since like 95, 6, something like that. And then I opened my shop in 2001. So, wow. You know, so with that, you know, this your boy. So you might well say 30 plus years, baby.
Well, on that note, if you're going to learn anything from this interview, learn that you can start out small and you can grow big as an entrepreneur. You can start out with a small business and build your business up to be bigger, right? So,
because I got some stuff coming too. Stay tuned.
And Money B has been on. This is the second time on Royal Nation TV, Royal Nation podcast, and we're going to have him up here more often. We're going to talk about different things. He's very open. He's always going to voice his opinion and talk about different things.
And I'm always bring the high energy, baby. So be ready. So go ahead, dog.
And on that note, man, peace and love. And money, we will see each other again.
You got it, baby. Peace to Royal Nation.